All right, we are live, and we are going to be talking all about Folie à deux, which of course means delusion, which of course is exactly what you had to be in order to put out this movie. So here we are with Mike from the Spiders. What is up? How is it
Oh
going?
man.
Oh my God,
Whew.
30,
Oh man.
6%, 33% from fans, 35% from critics. Is that?
No, actually, that's
right
reversed. The
saying-
critics had 33%. The critics actually scored it
critics
lower
are
than the fans.
33% and fans are 36%.
35.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
that's crazy.
very unusual, from my experience, for critics and fans to be at similar levels so low.
Yeah, it never happens like in this
'Cause,
modern
like-
age. I mean, I don't remember the last time that's happened in about the past decade, and I can't even remember what the last one was.
Even the Marvels, that got a bad fan rating, but the critics loved it. Then you had movies like the first Joker movie. Critics absolutely loved it, and fans absolutely loved it. Then you have there's other movies, even the shows. I feel a lot of time critics will love it and fans will be like kind of wishy-washy on the fence. It lands between like Acolyte. A lot of fans absolutely hated it. Of course, it was like 13% for Rotten Tomatoes, but then you had critics who had like 70% for it because again it was cinematically good, but the storyline was just shit. So what is the issue with Joker? Without any spoilers, what is going on with Joker that makes it so god awful?
It's literally one of the best acted, horribly written movies I've ever seen in my life. I will give a lot of credit to Joaquin Phoenix for what a stellar performance. Even though the movie was complete crap, he did a stellar performance. And Lady Gaga did good. I can't say she did great, but she did pretty good as a singer performer. She's not a real actress, so we understand this. So she did good. The problem is with the entire thing was that the story was so convoluted and made no sense. Like, I would say this much. If you were to watch that movie, but skip all of the musical numbers, you would be all right. It'll be halfway decent. The problem with this movie,
I heard the opposite,
is that it's I'm telling you, like, for me, that's what I felt like. If I would have just watched it without the musical numbers, it would have been just fine. Because every musical number it didn't make no sense how they tried to fit it in. Some of the musical numbers were too long.
So it was kind of like the stair scene from first movie, just out of place, not worth it.
It's like watching Grease, but all of the cues to jump into the music back into reality does not fit whatsoever. Cinematic director is trying to make a musical. It's never going to work. Yep. Remember I was telling you weeks ago, I heard, so, take this with a grain of salt, but this is what I heard a couple weeks ago, that in a couple of the writing scenes, like they let Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix do some rewrites on the musical scenes, and I thought that was a mistake right off the bat, because first of all, you're talking about the talent, and I feel like this. I'm not saying you can't do it all, but nah, your job is to act. I'm sorry, that's your job. So when you start hearing things like this, that's why I told you it's going to be abysmal. Because the minute I heard that, I was like, oh no, if this is the case, and I confirmed it. Like I said, take it with a pinch of salt.
Phoenix at the bigger fan?
You got to understand what the studios do. They'll never admit it. What's that?
Has Joaquin Phoenix ever been like, I'm an extreme fan, I absolutely love the character? Because I don't feel he has. I feel like personally he just kind of like said he like took this role because it was different, and that his style is very delusional, kind of like that. He loves to play a crazy character.
Yeah, it's just that with this movie, what they tried, like I said, they just tried to be whimsical and try to fit it all in, and it actually didn't fit whatsoever. Like, this is why it got such a horrible score with critics and the audience, because it didn't fit. I mean, like, there was no transitioning. There was no skill into it. It was just like, one minute he's talking to the jury, and the next minute he's breaking out into a musical number that makes no sense. It's not following what he's saying in the jury. And then you go back and you're like, what the hell just happened? Did the musical number end? Are we still, like, what's going on? Like, it didn't make no sense.
What was the plot?
Of course, they don't live. The plot was after. So without giving away any spoilers, the plot was this takes place like when he was on in Joker 1, if you guys saw it, he was on the Arthur McMurray show that was played by Robert De Niro, and he killed that guy, and then he got tried for 5 other people that he had killed earlier in the movie. Those were the dudes, the drug dudes that were in the subway, those Wall Street guys. Okay. So he got tried for those murders, and so where the movie picks off is that he's in Arkham Asylum, okay? And now he's in Arkham, but he's kept away from people because, you know, he's waiting to stand trial because right now he's at the point where they got him in a mental ward. So they're saying that, you know, because of his mental status, he wasn't fit to stand trial. But they're still prosecuting and trying to make him stand trial. And so it pretty much starts out like he's at Arkham Asylum. And, you know, the guards treat him like crap. Everybody treats him like crap. They like him, though. But, you know, it's like a weird situation. So he sees Harley Quinn for the first time, and he literally becomes like a model prisoner. You don't understand why. Then you see why, because there's the part that she's in. It's the non-violent ward, and he wanted to get close to her. So the plot sets up like that. Like you see, so
she in Arkham Asylum. She's not Dr. Harley Quinn's at this point.
Well, she is and she isn't. So just picture it like this. Without giving anything away, let's just say she's voluntarily there at this point, okay?
Yeah.
Which she has the freedom to leave anytime she wants. But she's not there as a doctor. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Without giving too much away. But, so yeah. Her situation is weird in that aspect. So, yeah. So now, you get to the point where they meet, and all these dumb musical numbers just start coming up out of nowhere. Because she's in a choir and they're singing. So, you know, they're trying to fit it in. Like, you know, you see Harley Quinn, she's singing with the people, and and I don't even think they call her they would call her Harley, or they would call her just Quinn. They won't call her Harley Quinn. But they did show the one scene that you see in the commercial where it says the Joker or Harley Quinn. That's the only time you see those names together in the whole movie, or even mentioned together. So it's almost like as if it's not even a real Harley Quinn. It's more like a nod to Harley Quinn, but technically her. But I mean, again, I don't blame Lady Gaga for that.
Take the lore, shove it in our face, and be like, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna do this. It doesn't work. It's not working for Marvel. It's not working for Star Wars. It's never gonna work for DC. Yeah. And as soon as I saw it, like, let's be real for a second. Marvel's musical number was not horribly done. It was very, very well done. It was a weird place movie. It made sense. Yes. It wasn't awful. And it was quick. It was like a minute long, if that. And they moved past it. And as soon as the blew up over that, and then blew up over the She-Hulk stuff, and then blew up over, like, these little tiny events in these movies and shows over musical numbers, I knew this was going to flop. Because you can't say, we're going to make the Joker movie a musical and expect every single Joker fan to show up. Because no Joker fan ever asked for that.
I don't want to give away spoilers because I want everybody to see it towards the end so you can all suffer the way I've suffered. So I feel like everybody should suffer in this community, like, together. Like, you know, there's suffrage out there. But I won't say more about the end. I'll just...
Don't go support DC.
It's like I'm getting a migraine right now. I'm getting a migraine right now because literally, like I said to you a couple weeks ago, you had $1 billion hit. All you had to do is just leave the hell alone. Just like Miss Marvel. We said this. Just like Miss Marvel. Leave it the hell alone. What are you doing? What are you doing? You made your $1 billion.
Joker should have one hit wonder and done. Right. And then it would have it made its mark on history, no matter which way you go with it. If you loved it, great. If you didn't like it like I did, or even if you hated it like some people did, whatever. But the fact of the matter is it really was lightning in a bottle for this character. It was never going to be successful if you continued with it. Because it's not good. It wasn't a good enough, compelling enough story to go further. Like, you can't just say, hey, by the way, now we're in Arkham. Like, okay, great. And obviously, like, yeah, that's exactly what should have happened. But what the hell? Where are the like? My biggest thing is, like, they think us fans are stupid. How in the hell do they really believe that we're dumb? Like, what the fuck?
It's no. It's worse than that. It's worse than thinking that you're dumb. They don't give a shit about you, period. That's exactly what it is. They don't care. You understand? It's worse than that. Listen, it's like I said, they don't care about the fans. They're at this level of elite money where they feel like they're entitled to this, but forgot who got you to the damn dance to begin with.
Exactly.
So I will say this much about this movie. In comparison to the first movie that made over $1 billion, that movie only cost $40 million to make, with you advertised about maybe $20 million. So $60 million, including promotion, to make $1 billion, and you spent $200 million, which I will say this much for sure. Those numbers are completely wrong, because I already know the real budget. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt, but tell me how many times I've been wrong since I've been here. More like $290 million for this budget. And if you have that, you're looking at anywhere for $350 to $420 million on this movie. And if it doesn't make at least $250 million in the opening week, it is a complete bomb. It's going to bomb anyway. I don't even think it's going to make close to $44 million to $50 million. Is what I predict.
That's what their is.
And every expert and every person I've talked to, and all the people I've ran this by, because when I saw it yesterday, I just had to get busy, and I just called up all my connects, and everybody told me what I'm telling you now. Abysmal. It's disgusting. The numbers are going to be low. It's not going to break $44 million if it's lucky to even break that much. I'm telling you, it already made $7 million for the Thursday. It should have made, at least to be successful, it had to have made at least $25 million on that one day to be successful, but it did it. So this movie is a complete bomb, people, and it's going to bomb.
And that cost 4,100 theaters.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start looking up the actual theaters and see like what shares are actually left, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be an empty theater, because this movie is getting bad press. And like I said, the early preview could have been a mistake for this kind of movie. And let people know before the weekend was starting, like, change your plans and don't go see this movie. Go see anything else other than this. I swear to God.
7 million divided by 4,100 theaters is $1,700 per theater.
So
let's give roughly like $12 for a movie, right? That's 142 people per theater. That's one theater.
You're talking empty theaters.
That's one, maybe two theaters on a Thursday night across the nation full. Like,
I'm telling you, right?
I don't think people understand how much this is bombing. Because again, if we look at the first one, $1.079 billion, and all they had to do was slap the Joker name on that, and it was immediately going to make $500,000.
Right.
They put Joker, Folie to do it, and put Lady Gaga in it as hardly quit. And you're really going to sit there and tell me that you're going to make the next another billion? Just because Lady Gaga fans are all of a sudden going to go watch Joaquin Phoenix be the Joker? It's never going to happen. It was a joke to begin with. Why even bother? Why try to recapture lightning in a boat? Marvel did the same thing with Thor Ragnarok.
It's worse than that, guys.
They thought that Thor Ragnarok, let's keep what's his face as the director. He was great for Thor Ragnarok. He'd be great for Thor and Thunder, and it was a massive. Yes, it did. Yes, it was successful. Yes,
it got a worse critics rating.
It was entertaining, to say the least. Like Thor: Love and Thunder was pretty entertaining, but Taika Waititi was not the director for that story. He wasn't. There was no reason to go with him for the story.
Absolutely not. And then they tease us with Eternity. I ain't like that. Like, come on, man. You bring Eternity out for like 2 seconds and don't explain anything? I mean, I got it, but I was like, what the hell? What's going on here? Come on. Why are you playing with me? Bring out all the gods and don't explain anything about...
Oh.
I mean, you know, that's why I like that movie, because they just lost their shit and said, let's make a movie that makes money. What's that?
So,
I was saying they also teased Hercules or Herc.
Yeah.
And which they should have shown him. He's part of the Marvel Comics.
There hasn't been anything
6 months prior to COVID is when the first Joker movie came out. October of 2019.
God damn, seriously?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing that in theaters. God. Wow.
We're on those guys, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but have you noticed since the pandemic been over that restaurants just have been a little more emptier? Movie theaters have been a little more emptier. Everything just been a little more emptier. I feel like the world has reverted and become like this phony matrix. Like, it doesn't really make sense when I'm outside anymore. It really looks like everything got so limited.
Because people got so used to watching things at home and then ordering food from their thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's funny how you bring this up because I literally just ordered McDonald's like 30 minutes ago. That's why I was on late because I was eating. I didn't want to. I was lazy. Okay.
I got Mickey D's coming.
We've gotten to the point where you can order on your phone, show up to the drive-thru and say, "Hey, I have a mobile order. Here's my name. Give me my food."
Yeah.
Like we're not even ordering through the person anymore because people screw up the order so much. And even then, you do it through the phone, they still screw up the order. I'm like,
that's true.
You know why? Because they always. You know why? Because like Joe Pesci said, because they always fuck you in the drive-thru. That's why.
All right.
Go to the drive-thru. No matter what you do.
Questions for you, Mike. Was this a musical?
Yes.
Was it a psychological thriller? Was it a psychological thriller? Was it anywhere on par with the psychological thriller-ness of the first movie?
I feel like the psychological portions and the aspects of it wind up coming into a more realistic view that totally destroys not only the movie, but it literally... I don't know what's worse, the death of Batman or what they did to the Joker at the end of this damn movie. I don't know what's worse. Please go see it so you all could suffer with me. No, I'm not going to tell no one how it ends. I just want you to see it.
Hey,
it's not the very freaking end. So even if you decide to leave early, you're not going to see it. You have to go. You have to suffer the entire to the last second. And then when it happens, you're going to remember what I said. You're going to be like, that's what the fuck you thought, man.
And my ticket, we will go see it.
I'm not even letting anyone buy the ticket for me. I'll go watch it. I'll go bootleg it.
Well, trust me.
I'm not giving them a dime.
They're going to have a buy one.
I'm going to wait till HBO Max.
Trust me.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
No, I'm waiting for Tuesday.
How long do you think it's going to be before this is on HBO Max? I'm giving it a month.
Yeah, I was going to say a couple months.
So
before the end of the year.
I'm going to tell you.
Before the end of 2024.
Actually, it's going to come out right after Thanksgiving, right around time.
Dude, I knew you were going to say that.
All these nice bundles are coming out. Because it's the holidays. They do this. They find this like this, so they already got all the...
I can guarantee they're going to try to capitalize on them Black Friday.
They look cool.
They're going to try to capitalize on Friday.
Giving out the DVD sales and everything.
Yep.
And
not that anyone wants DVDs
like
anymore,
this.
but
this movie's gonna bomb, but if they market it right just in time for Christmas and do like I always said this. So listen, guys, this is a freebie. The technology exists. So do like I tell you, and you'll make money. Allow the facial scan or picture recognition to put on any of your characters in that damn movie. It's very easy to do. You can do it. But you know what it is? They don't want to innovate to do it because it will cost them a little more. But I'm telling you right now, someone like me, I'm not saying I wouldn't want to watch me through the whole movie, but wouldn't it just be cool? Put your face on there, see what the hell's going on. It will actually change the ass. You'll probably take a shitty movie, and go, you know what? That movie was horrible, but that actor in it was so damn handsome that I got to give it like a 10. Yeah, exactly what I would say. So I'm always feeling like, because I play with a lot of facial technology and stuff. You know, I play with it. I'm not doing anything sinister with it. I mean, you know, but you can literally do it. Like, it's not hard to do.
The face we're seeing on Mike is not his real face.
I'm going to turn into a cartoon and then disappear.
So here's the crazy part, too, is what if, or not even what if, but this movie is probably one of the least CGI-able movies. Don't need CGI to make this movie that's nice.
Dude, that's nice. God damn, what is that?
Oh my god, this is a rare Amazing Spider-Man collector's piece. It's like a figure. This costs money, guys. I haven't even opened it. I had this months ago. I'm about to open it right now. Just
like doing it on air.
Oh my
Most
god.
of these, the Joker movie doesn't really need CGI. You could set up the sets for most of this stuff.
Yeah.
Why does this cost $290 million? Where's that
because they want to get Lady Gaga?
Reshoots and Lady Gaga. Look at this, guys. Oh my god. So anyway, Lady Gaga reshoots. I know Joaquin got 50 million. I heard Lady Gaga got 35 million.
50.
50. The 50. Yo, he made more money
Jesus
movie
Christ.
that he did than it cost to make the whole last movie. Yes.
God damn.
50 million.
Wait, says he got paid
Should have
more
put
than
50
the last
million
movie?
into the writing.
Wow.
50 million, and he was writing some of the musical scenes with Lady Gaga, and I was like, "What the hell? Are you serious?" And people,
I wish I was paid $50 million
because, well, just pay me $1 million. I'd be happy with $1 million. I swear to God, all my rich friends that complain to me, I laugh at them, and I told them, "Why don't you just give me $1 million of your dollars, and I'll show you how good I can live with it." And they laugh at me. They go, "Okay." So hopefully, I'm getting $1 million soon. I doubt it.
Could you imagine making 50 million, and the movie comes out, and you don't even touch that money? The people you made the movie for don't even make that much money in the first week.
Well,
like, you better be laughing your ass all the way to the bank.
Yeah, that's the only thing Joker's gonna be doing. They're just gonna be sitting there laughing like the Joker, because it's gonna be a sad decline to watch this thing. Yo, I'm telling you right now, this is the biggest bomb of the movie was
between 55 and 70 million.
Yeah, that was the first movie, right? But that's with the advertising. I think. Remember, I was telling you that earlier.
Yeah.
Wow, this is worse.
And that was a much better movie too. Like, even from I haven't seen it, but I like you said, and I had a feeling too that this movie wasn't going to do good. Like, even the trailers didn't look good. Then with a lower budget, the first Joker movie was really good. Lower your screen.
Walk
12.
There's no price.
Now look. Yeah, no, I had to scroll it up.
Oh, I thought you were trying to show us the price.
That's the price.
Ooh.
I grabbed this a couple of months ago. I think I must have paid for this like about $100. And I remember just grabbing it, and I was like, "Oh, I know this set is so rare. These are like only made. There's only like for what I understand, a couple of thousand made for these. And I think only 1,000 of these exist in the United States. So I was actually able to grab it out one of my friend's comic shop. Shout out to you, Joy, at Hypnotronic Comics. She hooked me up. She showed it. I was like, "Yo, put that side to me." Can I just get onto a little side story before we get back into this? Because I just wanted to say that when we were talking last time, we were talking about the con I was in, and I was in the con Saturday, and I did real good. Shout out to Anakin. Yo, you showed up. Everybody showed up that said they were going to show up. I saw a bunch of comics, and I won like 4 freaking raffles. I wanted to show you guys what I won. This was like I actually won 5. I technically Tell me if you count. Tell me if you count this 5th win as a 5th win. I had 5 tickets left, right? And I gave it to my wife. I said, "Here you go, honey. I want you to take these tickets, and wherever you put them, don't worry, one will definitely hit." So I gave her 5 tickets. So it was like $10 tickets for $10 for an arm's length of tickets. So I was like, all right, that makes sense. So out of those tickets, she won one too. So it's technically 5, but she won 1 and I won 4. And one of the prizes I won was like a comic book short box, and it had some decent stuff in it, and it was definitely worth about 150, 200. From Gotham Comics, shout out to you. And I got them all labeled, so it's like $1 ones. I'm just gonna bring them with me till I go to a con and just leave them on the table. They're already numbered. They already have price tags on them. They're already bag and board. I was like, yeah, I'll just leave it out there. I took what I wanted out of it. It was a lot of good stuff, and I just left the rest up for grabs. So I won this. Like this Harley Quinn Joker DC print. It's really nice. It's a big ass.
I always thought those covers were really good. The Joker and Harley ones.
Yeah. And this is a rare one because this is the black label. So a lot of these are not the black label. So, but this one happens to be the black.
Are those
label.
the hard covers?
This guys. Yeah. No. This is the soft covers.
Oh, okay.
But look, I also got this. Check this out. Look at that.
Oh,
wait,
shit.
Hold on. It gets better. It gets better.
Damn.
Look at that. Yo. So let me tell you something. Where I have my table set up, I had a lady across from me, and she had this. And I was looking at it. I wasn't gonna buy it, but I was like, no, I can't buy it. I'm here to sell comics. And I remember just looking at that, saying, I want that. And then I saw it in the auction, so I was like, all right, I'll put my ticket there. But wait, this is my best one. Then we're gonna get on, guys. I'm so sorry, but look, check it out. Oh yes, check this out. The omnibus of Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4. Yes.
Nice.
Wow, brand
That's like
new.
150, right?
Yes, 150. I mean, it retail for 125, but yeah, I looked it up the other day, and it's definitely going for 150. Brand new. Like, shout out to my boy that ran this event, Patrick from Legacy Comics. But what's funny was, guys, check this out. He told me the story, right? As I'm talking to him, because I was trying to do interviews and everything, but I didn't have time to really do what I wanted to do. Everything was just, I was winning. Like, imagine you trying to do interviews, and I'm doing an interview. They're like, Mike, you hit another prize. Come get it. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm going back up there, and then I'm going to do interviews, and I won again. I'm like, I didn't have time to do any interviews. So Patrick, the one who ran the event, he saw this book, right? He saw this, and he knows I got the Spider's Lair and stuff, and he knew the second he saw it. He's like, I want that. He knew. Like, he had that hesitation because he knew this was going to the lair. The second he saw it, he laughed. He said he knew the second he saw it. Like, he didn't want to admit it to himself, but it was going to go to me. And then what to me? I mean, I didn't even tell him I was going to play, but he just thought.
Sounds like it was wigged. That one.
No, man, you know what it is? It's that I'm a really good dude. That's
that
what
he was going to win.
I do a lot of good. I do a lot of good stuff. I do. And listen, guys, listen to me very carefully. You can make this work for you. This is all manifestation stuff. I'm not saying it's magic or anything, but I'm going to tell you this much. Your heart has to be in it. Your heart has to be true. You can't just say, oh, I want to do something nice to somebody and expect something. No, you never expect anything. I do niceness and kind things for people because that's my heart. And that's who I am. And so the universe always throws me these things. Because the guy told me I've been running a raffle for 25 years and I've never seen no one hit 5 raffles in a row. And I told him, well, I hit 4 and my wife hit the other, and he laughed at me because they were all my tickets. But, you know, I feel like there is a certain karma balance in the universe. And I just believe that what you put in with your heart, you're going to get back tenfold. I don't expect anything good to happen to me. And when blessings do happen to me, I'm just grateful for the nature that I have, that I put out in the world. Because I try to be that kind of example for people. Like, I'll talk to you guys in private what I really mean of what I'm talking about. It's kind of public. I don't want to talk about it on the show. But there was pretty much a point where I got to the point where I just wanted to do something really nice for this person. And I didn't want to, like, make a big deal about it. And so I just did it without thinking anything. And as I'm doing it, that's when all these freaking raffles start to pop off, and I'm laughing. I'm like, wow, what the hell?
So then what's
never in my mind I was thinking I'm doing this for something and I'm gonna get something for it. I just did it out the kindness of my heart, pretty much.
What's Joaquin Phoenix's karma right now? So what I'm getting is you said he made 50. So he made
yes.
The biggest reports are saying that he made an initial 20 million. So probably in reshoots and all of that, he ended up around 50. But he also negotiated for a piece of the profits, an undisclosed percentage of the profits.
There you go.
What is his karma that he's not going to get any of that?
That's the point. You know what?
He was
a piece of garbage. Because it was bad karma to put out a piece of garbage.
That's what you got to know. What happens to an actor when they negotiate for the profits? There is no profit. Do they then pay back the profit or the percent that they can take?
No idea. I'm pretty
think
sure
what happens is
the
that
lawyers will know.
they have a certain
There's a
goal.
way
No,
for them not
what
to
it
pay
is
it back.
Hey,
no, I'm gonna
you
tell you
said
what it
you
is.
were going to take 10% of the profits. Well, we have a $50 million deficit. You're going to take out 10% of that. Give it back a couple of those millions.
What it is projected
You owe us
goals.
5, bro.
Dude, that
They
would
have
suck.
projected goals, which means that
putting all that work and they have to pay
yeah.
it. It's like
they have
shit.
projected. No, it works like this. They have projected goals, which means like the studio makes a certain guarantee that if we break said amount percent, you will get this much more money. However, if we don't get to this, you will not get the rest of your money. That $50 million is a contention, which is about 25 to 30 million up front, and the other 20 million is going to hit the back end, which I think he could probably still get it because all that is tied into DVD sales and rights distributions between different platforms. Because from what I understand, and this is a rumor that I'm hearing, but the source is like top notch. So I'm not saying this 100%. I feel like it's 50-50, but this is going to be on every freaking platform you can imagine, from what I understand.
Oh, I'm sure. They need to make back their
money.
On
Max, on Amazon, on Netflix, but not right away. They're going to get, Netflix will probably get it the first quarter of January through March. But I'm telling you, this is going to make its rounds all throughout the media. And this is the new way of how these companies are still going to get their money while still having huge write-offs for a loss. Trust me, I know. I sit in the meetings. It's all good, though. But I'm learning a lot.
Like, let's say Hulu wants Joker 2. They want to have this on their platform. Do they pay to have on their platform?
Well, yeah. So it works like this. So now Hulu's Disney. So Disney will literally come and they'll say, okay, we want it for 8 weeks, let's say. And they're going to come back to us and say, okay, well, we shopped it here. So when we're done here, at those 8 weeks, we could directly bring it right to you for a set amount of money. They go deal. And that's it. So it's like, you made this thing and you could just shop it around. I mean, when I finish my manga comic and I do my stories for Symbiotic, I plan to make this into a series. And I'm going to do the same exact thing. I know these things. I'm telling you guys the way that it is because this is the way it is. And it's cool because, once you understand the inner workings of how everything works and what it takes to really make a movie or a show or something that's successful, and you see how everyone's just trying to work together now, especially here on the East Coast where we're at, Chris. Because I'll be honest,
so many theaters or not theaters.
The job's been slow. The job's been very slow. I haven't had much work lately, but it's okay because it gives me time to straighten out my life, straighten out my layers, straighten out the rest of my story for book 3.
Speaking of Netflix studios, they greenlit Something is Killing Children about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
What the hell's happened to that?
Well,
oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
right?
So,
Jesus Christ.
So what happened?
It's been that long?
What happened?
Yeah, it was when I was at the other lounge.
But what I understood, they were coming to negotiations on having a writer on board. Something happened with the writer, and that's it. It's been dead. There's zero news about this. I've heard nothing. And I've asked last time, like about a few months ago, anything up with Something's Killing the Children? And the answer I got was it's shelved for now.
Yeah, because that was announced when that was
I think they're trying to
hot commodity.
Listen, they're trying to figure out how to put it on Netflix because, I mean, if you guys read the comics, Something Killing the Children, I mean, it has the appeal of a gory manga, but you can't show it to little kids. And it's just something that Netflix, it's just a little outside their wheelhouse. Because if you see the manga that they have on Netflix, it's not that kind of bloody, gory manga that, Something's Killing Children is. And I think that's the problem. They don't know what to categorize it in and how to produce it. It's just something that I think
they're
that
not there yet.
I think the thing that made it famous and what gave it its notoriety, which was all the
COVID.
born blood, it's COVID and being bored, is what also is killing
The
it
children?
right now as
Yeah.
a product. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. It's not its fault, that's what it is, It's just that how do you market something so gruesome?
So you're saying that it's housed Netflix and it's kind of slaughtered it?
Okay, so right now Netflix
Boo. I'm scared.
They're just
That's a
Netflix
house of
just
slaughter.
yeah. They just
I picked up the first issue on Free Comic Book Day when it was going for $10 an issue, and I read it and I looked at the guy who owns my LLS, and I was like, was this worth it? He goes, I have never been a fan of James Tynion writing. It's great writing. I can't get behind the style. I can't get behind the way that he tells us a story and all of that. I was like, I understand that. I am not a fan.
I'm not like a critic of art. I like all art, and I do like the art in this. I just feel like that art is okay. It's like when you listen to rock and you listen to death metal. That's the way to. It's underground. It's not for everyone. It's for a niche of comic collectors, people who like horror comics and don't mind getting blood on their hands reading this stuff. The problem with that is because it's Netflix, most of their stuff is not TVMA, it's mostly TVPG. So when you do this,
which
what's going to
shocked me
happen
when Netflix bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do this, what's going to happen is
They
that
should
you're
have
not
given it
only
to
going to
Amazon
piss
Prime.
off, you're going to piss off the fans.
Or Max.
And you're going to piss off the fucking kids that you're trying to aim this to.
Yeah,
So
because
this
if
is
you're
a
not
very
if you're not
hard
gonna
thing
like
to do.
adapt it the way people loved it in the comics, then it's not worth producing, in my opinion.
My buddy was following it at the time, and he had the 6th printing of the first issue, and at the time, when 9 of the 6th printing was going for about $100. The first print, I want to say, got up to 1,000 or almost 1,500 at that point, and Netflix announced they were going to take it on. Him and I were talking. I remember, like, this plain as day, I was sitting in my daughter's nursery talking about this, and we're on the phone and have a great conversation, and we both kind of like say it at the same time, but Netflix, like, Netflix is a great platform. Don't be wrong. It really tells an amazing story of independent writers and artists and all of that. There's tons of stuff out there on Netflix that really is amazing. But if you notice, a lot of the stuff was on Netflix 3-4 years ago that kind of like tread the line of family friendly, not really.
More like
Punisher,
TV 14. More like TV 14, not
completely
TVMA.
Gone. Like even a lot of the LGBTQ stuff that was supposedly very good, very like forward thinking, all of that. From what I can see, just scrolling through Netflix, a lot of it is the older school. So you can kind of buy cheap and give cheap royalties to, like Gilmore Girls, stuff like that. And then also have all their independents. And the independents, in my opinion, are some of the better parts of Netflix.
Yeah. I really tell you guys, like, I know I could do that cartoon well. I could do it well.
Wait, was it supposed to be a cartoon or was it supposed to be live action?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I heard that when it was first coming, they were going to make it into an anime. But then I heard
what would you guys prefer? What would you two prefer?
I always liked anime, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because
before you explain it, what about you, Chris?
I think it would have been good as an old 90s cartoon anime style. Like almost like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I like that art style.
Like that would have been well made, but still animated. I think it would have found it flat on its face if it would have competed to too much Stranger Things.
Yeah, I think
that's the only reason they did
it. Animated would have been best for that. That way you could do a lot more. Like, you don't have to pay for special effects, really. I mean, you can actually do it right.
Yep.
because I think it would have been too hard. Or it will be too hard if it was live action.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
And
gonna put
plus,
it like this.
it probably won't even look well.
I'm gonna put it to you like
Honestly,
this: with the way technology is going and the way the adaptation of AI is being adapted by the industry, whether they want to admit it or not, because it is. There's no denying it. I mean, I see it every day. It's definitely being adapted. You gotta think. With that being said, you will literally not have to pay an actor, not have to pay an actress. Hell, you don't even have to pay a voice actor or actresses. You could take millions of people's voices that is done already on many programs and clone their voices. You just mix their voices.
oh man,
And
can you imagine them taking our voices?
I
think
took
about
your voice
this.
and Chris' voice, and I put it into another voice. It's called Johnny. I'll let you guys listen to it later. Yeah, I'm not fucking
what
around.
was
I made a character called Johnny. It's your voices together. You'll hear it later. You'll be like, what the fuck?
Man,
Watch
I
my
got a white
astronomy.
name.
Listen, Astronomy History Channel. That's your voice. I do it all the time. I'm telling you, the technology exists and it's real and it's fascinating. In 5 freaking years, this is why I started the company, because I'm gonna put it like this. Why do you like when people say, "Oh, would you sell your stuff to Marvel?" Yeah, for 100 million, maybe. Who knows? Because I felt like I'm getting older, but at the same time, I know that with a little bit of patience and a lot more of what I've been doing and what I've been learning, I'm gonna be able to make my own animations with no one's help. And I'll be able to do all my art, all my scripting, all my programs. I have ChatGPT writing it for me and help me with it, whatever it takes. I do it. And I won't even say write it because I wrote my own stuff. That's one thing I gotta say, people. If you think that that technology exists that they could write a whole story for you, it does. Nah, it doesn't. I mean, I've had people tell me it's because I do use ChatGPT, but I use it more or less for like it takes great dictation and it writes down everything in the script. So if I like when I did my comic, I scripted to Waylon using ChatGPT. Then I told ChatGPT to back this up into a file. And as it comes out, as it's giving me the file, it's writing it in script form. So what's good about that is that now not only do I have the comic already completed, I have a whole script, a script that I can take to any theater I want. Like when it's gonna come like this in the future, guys. Now I plan to do this within the next 2 years. It's gonna happen for me. I'm not waiting 5. It's gonna take me about 2 years to do what I'm saying right now. Within those 2 years, I'm going to make within my own Symbioverse Comic Studios. So I'm gonna found my own studio. That's the next thing I'm gonna be founding. It's gonna be called Symbioverse Comic Studios, and I'm gonna be literally taking this to a whole new level of editing and learning the trade of animation.
Yeah.
I literally taught myself all this. I'm self-taught. I'm proud of it, and that's the way I roll. I just like to learn.
So
yeah.
So one of the things that I think that Netflix really didn't want to go after was a competition between they already had and something is killing the children. Because Stranger Things and something is killing the children is very similar in style.
Yeah.
And if they would have went animated, you would have been comparing the two. We've already seen the problems with these Netflix shows. They're not even Amazon. I feel like Amazon, Netflix, I don't know much about HBO Max, but like their personal shows are taking longer than a year to make because they're not making them the way you make a normal show. And I think that's the biggest problem.
Yeah. HBO Max does that too.
Yeah.
Like, for example, well, of course, that we've seen like it's Harley Quinn. That took a lot. It was like a year, maybe like year and a half, 2 years maybe, in between seasons. Now The Last of Us is coming out next year, which is it took about over a year as well.
I think so. And
It's
the boys were like 2 years apart.
Oh yeah, and The Boys too with Amazon Prime with their original shows. Yeah, all the
Invincible.
Oh yeah, Invincible too. Yeah,
First
and then the
season
second
came out, I
half,
want to say 2018, and then the next season came out just last
2023.
year. Yeah.
yeah, and even then, it was only the first half,
Yep.
and then we had to wait like a few months for the second half. Yeah, they're just taking longer and longer, and I don't know.
I just
I
feel
don't know
like
if like for me, I think like yeah, like I will still watch them, but I don't know how many people or like who have that interest.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, and that's the
yeah.
point. Is that
First season of Stranger Things came out in 2016.
Oh
Next
my
one was
god,
2017.
that's a long
Third
time
one
ago.
was 2019. Obviously, COVID hit.
Mhm.
The third one came out July of 2019. So I mean, you still could have had a season for 2020 or even 21. But the next season didn't come out until 2022 in May, half in May, half in July, or the last 2 episodes in July. Sorry. And then season 5 won't be out until early 2025.
And that was because, remember, guys, there was also a
Jesus
strike. So the
Christ.
strike is what delayed
Oh yeah,
everything.
yeah, that's right.
To this day, we still feeling that residual. Believe me when I tell you, it's still being felt to this day. I don't know how long it's going to take.
Well, you said
to
stuff
actually get
is
over
still
how-
slow.
What's that?
You said stuff is still slow right now, right?
Oh yeah, really slow. I haven't had work in a minute. It's been slow, you know, like it's just regular things that are wrapping up. I think it's gonna start picking up for the season a little bit, but then that's it. Once
So-
the 15th of December comes, that's it. It's shut down for like 6 weeks anyway, and everybody will be back in February. So
What
why
about,
why is it shut down in the 15th in December? That seems like a very
holidays, bro.
specific date.
Holidays.
Oh,
Holidays. It's also I think it's a day of okay, so like you know what I do for a living, guys. So when they have others like me working with them, so we get like a bonus from the city from our union, like on the 15th of that. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but that's when we get our annual bonus. So
okay,
and I think also that's when everything shuts down officially. And you gotta understand these guys are doing freaking Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, Kwanzaa,
So giving them
King's Day,
15 or so days off.
anything that has a damn holiday, you know. I'm gonna a Festivus for the rest of us, you know. Anything that has a holiday, and I'm telling you, people take off a Festivus. I'm not even lying. We do a happy Festivus. It's so funny. It's fucking hilarious. A happy Festivus for the rest of us. You stand around the pole and you complain to your coworkers and you tell them how shitty they've been to you all year round.
No, once you become famous, we're gonna have a Symbiverse day.
You know what's funny? Like you say, once I become famous, I'm already famous. I'm just more down low, you know. I don't try to brag about it. It's gonna all come out eventually. And when it
once
does,
you start bragging about it,
no, I
we're gonna have a
don't. That's
holiday
the whole
called Symbiverse Day and the Symbiverse Eve.
Then one Symbiverse Eve, Symbiverse came to say.
And then Chris will write you a song, and then
I'm gonna make a holiday song.
And he's gonna sing it for us and everything.
So what
Einstein, would your lightness so bright? Won't you light me up tonight?
Will Venom better than Joker?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, listen, Venom's gonna be
I called it. I called it that it was Noel that was going to come out. You guys said no. I think one of you guys said no, it's not going to happen.
And I said no. I don't think they're ready for that yet. I don't think they
wanted
you know.
I was like, yes.
But I think Sony is so fucking desperate right now that they will do null just to spite Marvel.
Yeah. I'm just happy I called it. I was like so happy I saw. I was like, oh my god. I guess that's not Mike feels every time he gets something right.
Yeah, you feel like I feel, but I feel like that all the time. No, I'm kidding.
So what are the predictions for opening weekend of Venom 3? The Last Stand.
Me, I'm going to predict 170 or 240 million dollars. That's going to be pretty decent. That's my prediction for sure. And it may surprise me because opening weekend. I was going to say no opening weekend. I'm going to say about. Are we talking from Thursday to Sunday, man?
Thursday, Sunday.
150 million.
Worldwide. Okay.
Oh, worldwide? Worldwide, we're talking about.
I'm going to
say 275 million to 300 million worldwide, and maybe 125 to 150 million domestically, with a budget of, I believe the budget was 200 million, if I'm not, if I'm memorizing that correctly. So
you gonna get this all spot on.
I tried to. No, you know what it is, because that's one thing about me. Like, I got a lot of information in my head, but I'm great with computations. So I just do all kinds of algorithms in my head. That's how I figure out a lot of stuff besides the information I get. So I'm already figuring.
We should take him to Vegas.
140. You know what's funny? When I won those raffles, I had
Under
people
10
literally
million.
coming to me in the con were asking me for lottery numbers, and they were going to play the lottery numbers. I'm not even lying. I was laughing. I'm like, I thought people
Mike,
would.
he
The
gave
whole
those
line
fake
is people asking me
numbers
for numbers.
since he's
I'm
using the real
110
numbers for
million.
himself.
I hope somebody won $1 million. If you win $1 million, here's my Instagram and my business card. Don't run away. I said, and if you try to cheat me, the karma will come for you. So I
He's
got
taking
people scaring them.
he's only asking for 10%.
That's what walking is for. Well, that comes full circle.
Yeah,
Full circle, baby.
So
definitely.
I'm saying the budget's 110 million. So to break even, when they're looking at about 240, 250. I'm saying worldwide first weekend they'll make 200.
Yeah, I think
Same.
about 200, 250 million.
200
I think
million.
7 to 100 million
I say
domestically
at most
would
for
make
me,
sense.
opening weekend will probably be 210 million. That's just me.
Okay.
Now, also, you got to understand,
Should we put a poll on this?
there is a lot of hype to this movie that I think would actually project it into a higher stratosphere for the up and coming weeks. Like the typical drop off, people, for a movie from week 1 to week 2. Believe it or not, this may sound astonishing, but it's true. It's an astonishing. The average 72%.
Astonishing Spider-Man.
No, except for these rare movies like Spider-Man that didn't drop off. Spider-Man's drop off. I mean, Spider-Man's first week, if I remember correctly, was almost 440 million. And I was like, get the hell out of here worldwide.
Yeah.
Not like 450 million worldwide in 1 week. That means it coasted. It made the next week after that 300 million. And it's supposed to go down way after that. And it did it. It went down like maybe 40% because it had good hype to it. Because no one, what they did was they kept that shit secret. And they didn't tell anyone that you got to see all 3 Spider-Man. But we all knew. We could feel it in the air. When you were in there,
it was like one leak, though.
And I want the day.
I remember of one of the Spider-Man.
I literally want the first day. Everybody was wearing that stupid mask for COVID. I had my Venom mask on, so I just kept it on because it just looked cool with the freaking outfit.
Yeah, I remember the first day,
I had
too.
my Venom mask on, and I just literally went in there. It was the first show. I went in there. I told my wife, I said, we got to go see this immediately because I don't need no one to put anything in my head. I need to know what's happening now because I heard some craziness. I didn't tell her what I heard. I knew one of them was going to be in there for sure. I got this for such a great source, a high up source, and they told me when it first came out that I won't say which one. I won't say which one, but I definitely knew that one of them was going to be in the movie. What I didn't know was all of them were going to be in the movie, but I had figured that out, knowing that one of them was going to be there. It just made sense. Like, well, if Andrew's going to be there. Then definitely Toby will be there. Not Toby. I mean, but I knew about Andrew back in the day. Yeah, I heard that from a very high source, and I was just like, so just imagine this, guys. I'm sorry. So when you're looking at Venom, you gotta understand what's happening. They're trying to do the same thing, but they're doing it with fucking Noel, and that's what's gonna take that movie and put it in a different. So
I just hope they do him good.
The early projections.
I just hope he looks good in the movie.
240 million to 300 million, I would say. 240 million.
The early projections are for North American sales to be between 80 and 120 million in the opening.
And worldwide, so worldwide about
250 we would find.
Yeah, that's what I say. I predict that. I say that this movie is gonna break about maybe worldwide 800 million. Definitely gonna do 800 million. Yeah, I definitely do it because you gotta understand.
I was going to say 500 million.
But no, if they do what I heard, what we discussed, if they do it with the Noel character, that the way I heard, then this is going to lead into a freaking series with Noel. It's going to lead to a King of Black series. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. No, but I'm saying they're setting it up like this. And it's not going to be like the Adam Warlock, that they just screwed that up completely. Yeah. No. This they know. Because for what I'm hearing, or a lot of the writers from the comic, Donnie Cates and them, they have a lot of input into what's going on with the Noel character that's going to be in the Venom The Last Dance.
Oh, yeah, that's good. At least you get the writers in there.
So I think what they're doing is because Noel is just a newer character, they're just breaking it down to like, look, he's the king of all symbiotes. So we have to introduce him into this. But if we do it right, we can make an entire King and Black series out of this. And I feel that's what they're going to do. they've been throwing ideas back and forth. You know, what do you think? How many parts this should be? Should we just make it one movie? Should we make it 3? How should we do this? It depends on how long they're gonna write it. So
Did you hear who's playing though?
No, don't spoil it.
No, I
Okay.
haven't heard that yet. But
Daniel RPK released a couple of days ago that it's going to be Andy Serkis.
Oh, that would be good. I would like to see that.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I wouldn't be opposed to that at all.
I like Andy
No, me
Serkis
neither.
as an actor.
Yeah,
I think he's a little too short to play
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because
I don't
you
care
can
about
make
that.
him look small in the movie.
He's going to use his symbiote powers to give him longer legs. He has wings. He can fly. You don't
You can
need
turn
that.
into a damn Grendel.
His wings are going to be like 4 times the size. How do you know? It will look like Mohawk with the little legs again.
No, wait, no.
Listen,
No, the
he
wings
may
are
be
going to be
Trump,
used as walking. He's going to walk like a little bat. Like, Yo, that'd be dope.
Listen, he can.
Wait, how tall is he? I'm look that up.
I want to say he's like 5'9".
Nah,
Dude, that's not short. You motherfuckers are like over 6 feet.
Man, I'm not over 6 feet, man.
Hey,
I'm like
I'm saying.
5'10".
You motherfucker, he's
right.
5'8". Dude, that's tall for me. I'm 5'5".
5 is below average for a guy.
You guys
It's
suck.
okay. It's
You
okay,
and your
Alex,
tall people problems. Looking down on the shorties.
I gotta get a picture of you two standing next to each other. It'll be the most hilarious picture
Dude,
I have ever seen. But you gotta be dressed like a Wookiee and you gotta be dressed like a little Ewok. It'll be perfect.
I want to be opposed to that. Yo, it's funny because my high school graduation, my best friend, rest in peace, and my other friend at the time, they're both over 6 feet. These motherfuckers thought it was so funny. To be honest, I thought it was funny too. They put me in the middle while they stood side by side by me. That picture looks so fucking funny because I'm like super fucking short.
Looks like an M.
Look like Kevin Hart standing next to Shaq.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're on Kevin Hart. Just without the Diddy. No Diddy.
Oh, what? Don't compare me, Diddy.
All right. I gotta get going, guys.
That'd be funny. Like, you guys are taller than me. We should do that.
Yeah.
Chris will fucking overtower me.
Alex, how tall are you?
Man,
I'm 5'5". I'm 5 feet 5 inches. I'm Lil Wayne height.
and I'm like about
I
5'10".
just found that out recently. He's 5'5". I was like, what the fuck?
I'm 5'10", and I'm thinking about meet Chris. Oh, I can't wait to meet this guy. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell are you doing up there? I thought he was standing on like
this is when you first met Chris.
Then I realized, no, he's just that goddamn tall. What are you, like 6 feet?
This is how I imagine you first meeting Chris. You're outside. Like you like see a shadow. The sun's like, oh shit, is there a cloud coming overhead? You turn around, it's just Chris.
How tall are you, Chris? Like about 6'4",
6'5".
6'5", motherfucker.
We never lost him in Comic-Con. I was with his wife and my wife, and we kept saying, hey guys, you got eyes on Chris? Oh yeah, he's over there. No matter where he was, we found this man in the con. You cannot lose him in the con. He's too tall.
I bet Chris is one of those people who wears boots just to make himself look fucking.
I hate wear boots.
No, he knows he's tall, but he just does it just
tall.
to make himself look taller.
Yeah.
He has enough height. He don't need to do that. No flexing.
I feel like he would do that just to piss short people off.
You're pissing them off, bro. You did nothing.
Have a great night, everyone. It's been a pleasure.
Have a great night, everyone.
Peace and love.